Siemanko, witam wszystkich. Ciepełko idzie, nie? Przez kilka najbliższych dni coś zimno za bardzo nie będzie. Dobra, kujemy się tutaj. O tu chodzi.
I sensed your approach, my king. I, Gurfan of the Gunvaldir tribe, salute you as my forefathers decreed. Ah, so you're still speaking with your own voice. Good. At least I won't have to bother with that formal drivel Camelot loves so much. Tell me, how does it work with the two of you? Does the king speak through you sometimes? Or is he just a passenger in your head? Will he ever come out and talk to me face to face? Or does he just sit there quietly, never getting involved? Either way, I've got a few things to say to him. Not exactly polite ones. Ah, so he won't be speaking. Still too weak, is he? Not surprising. Well, then give my regards to the old man. Tell him the Gunvaldir tribe stayed loyal to the old treaties right to the end. The same can't be said of the Camelocians, a pack of cowardly dogs without honor. I hope Arthur's squirming in your head, seeing what his beloved capital has been up to. Normal ones, honorable. He entrusted us with the forlorn swords and his crown, the one he used to command giants. We were sworn to guard them. In return, Camelot was supposed to leave us alone, now and forever. But the Camelocians didn't hold up their end of the deal. May their souls rot in the weirdness. Can you hear me, Arthur? The treaty is rubbish. I'm rallying the tribes, and we're marching on Camelot. Nothing can stop us anymore. Except ourselves, damn it. Why? He's barely gotten his life back, and not even all of it. Does he have a death wish or something? There's a passage, sure. And if you're Arthur, it will open for you. Go ahead, if you think you're strong enough. Nobody's gonna stop you. But let me warn you, it's not going to be an easy journey, or a short one. Well, the giants are asleep, at least on the surface. But below, what if they wake up when they see Arthur? I doubt they'll be happy. And if the giants weren't enough, there are still the monsters, and other surprises. The legends about this place make it all pretty clear. If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. At least, not until you're sure you have the strength to handle what's hiding inside. Or without the blessing of the tribes, as agreed 600 years ago. You'd know that if you remembered our agreements, Arthur. Yes, the funny thing about our king, as you may already know, was that he was pretty sure of himself and his abilities. He knew he could march in there, grab his crown whenever he wanted, so he didn't sweat when he made a deal with our ancestors. He said he'd come back for his royal hat only if the kingdom was in a dire situation and if all tribes agreed to let him. Traditionally, this was meant to be done during a moot, an assembly of the tribes, and I'm calling one, so we can help each other out, if you're up for it. Well, I need the chieftains to come here because we have to agree on a united front if we're going to fight Camelot. And I want to make damn sure that we fight Camelot not as a solitary tribe, like hot-headed One-Eye once, but as a united force. But I'm worried that something might be keeping them from leaving their villages. I'd like you to look into it. They won't. Our tribes aren't exactly known for getting along, and gathering them all in one place at the same time. That's almost a miracle. But now they've left Gunvaldir in its time of need, and they're ashamed. And that's even worse. That's why you have to shame them even more, so that they have no choice but to come here or risk their honor. And if they say they won't come because, then you'll deal with a because, right? After all, you're the king, aren't you? Exactly. There's only one sane course of action, but you do you. I'll be waiting. I'm not going anywhere. As a gunvelder, I've got nowhere to go anyway. An eye for an eye. There's no other way. Does that surprise you? I was the one who honored the old treaties Camelot violated. I was the one who tried to convince One Eye not to throw people into guerrilla warfare, but to organize a proper military campaign instead. But for that, I'd need united tribes, and getting us all to work together on our own turf, that's proven to be exceptionally difficult. If you ask me, I got scared. The giant in our village started glowing. Maybe waking up, maybe coming alive. Whatever it is giants do. We were glad, though the other tribes, not so much. They envied us, no doubt about that. And that's probably why they didn't lift a finger to help when Camelot invaded our lands. Us, the Dalrida, we have changed. We're a shadow of our ancestors. But we were not the first to raise our weapons. Well, you see, the giants for us are a bit like gods. We call them our protectors. It's a tradition dating back to the battles of the Age of Legends. The Dalrita befriended the giants long before Arthur ever did. There was peace between us, even when we stood on opposite sides of the war. We honor them because we believe that when they awaken, they will repay our care with their protection. It's good to have allies like them. What can I tell you? We're gone. Only a few of us are left, scattered across all of Avalon. I'm still here, and so is One Eye. He's convinced he can take Camelot with a handful of hot-headed youngsters. Foolish dreams, suicide, call it what you like. We were brave, proud, and deeply connected to nature. Each of us bonded our soul to an animal, sharing strength between us. I won't tell you more than that. I don't want to. I can't. All of this is still too fresh for me, too raw. King Arthur! His presence clings to you like a shadow, unmistakable to those who still remember him. Your words, your actions, they carry the weight of him. The way you stand, even your damn stubbornness. Arthur always left his mark on those he touched. The Gunvelder haven't forgotten. Betrayed by Camelot or not, our blood still remembers the old king. But don't mistake my recognition for trust. If Arthur truly walks with you, prove it. Show me his legacy. As of now, 4. The Volker, the Svein, the Ulfra, and the Toyd. Each one. The Volker were our berserkers, Mather's chosen warriors, unstoppable. Now their rage is dulled, and they're slipping into despair. The Svein are hunters, and forest devilry, if you ask me. The Ulfra are warriors, the best. No word from their chieftain, no sign of life near. Mages, clever but strange. They see the world differently. Useful in a fight, but don't expect to understand. Each tribe carries a part of our legacy. If we are to... Yes? So, it looks like fate itself decided to push you my way. That has to mean something. But Kedron, that's grim news. He may be blunt as a broken axe, but he's loyal as they come. If he sent a non-Rida in his place, then he knew he was dying, and he chose duty over pride. I won't let that go to waste, and neither will you. Truth is, I'd sent him to do the very same task I've just laid before you.
War never makes sense. It is a tool for survival. Had I refused to wage war against the Foredwellers, humanity would never have survived on Avalon. So if Gurfhanna declares war on Camelot, Avalon will once again drown in blood. But don't ask me what I think of it. Through your eyes, I see that Camelot is no longer the place I left behind. When I gave the forlorn swords to the tribes of the Dalrita, there was nothing of a few abandoned giant caves. What stands now must have and I must admit,
A jak się tutaj dostać do tego plemienia? Jak się tam kurwa dostać? Jak tam jest zawalone to przejście? O. No nie wiem, bo tam trzeba mieć jakiś klucz. Problem jest taki, że kurwa ja nie wiem jak tu wejść na górę. Do tego plemienia. O. Tego tu nie było wcześniej. No widzicie. Trzeba było pewnie to pozwolenie załatwić dopiero. dopiero się pojawiło. Jakie buty? Siema, witam cię. No widzisz, no to fajnie.
Greetings, Walker in the Weirdness. Your presence heralds the end of our vigil. Skuld sees the weirdness flowing through you. He is impressed. He offers his help and counsel. A swirl of colors surrounds your soul. It's a beautiful sight. The Thoid tribe longs to dream Mother's dream. It is our greatest desire, our deepest happiness. Mother told Senja, Skuld's sister, when the one who walks in the weirdness arrives, then your time will come, my children. You will fall into the sleep, and we will be together forever. Everyone aids Senja in her dreaming, except Chieftain Ingvi and your humble servant, Skuld. Because of this, Mother's grace flows upon us all, and Senja's sleep remains strong and true. Yes, Walker in the Weirdness. Thanks to you, they will fall into true sleep. May Mother's light shine upon the moment of your arrival. Mother is everywhere. You can see her image there, towering over our lands. We long to surrender to her. In her warm embrace, we will find eternal shelter. Skuld is not worthy to reveal Mother's secrets, not even to the Walker in the Weirdness. If Chieftain Ingvi decides to tell the Walker more, then it shall be done.
Mam to DLC w tym podwodnym świecie. Długie to jest? No i wiesz co, tak się może wydawać, że jest to małe, ale jest tam co robić, naprawdę, no. Kilka godzin jest co robić. Także na pewno nie będziesz się nudził. I spoko z to DLC. Będziesz miał, panie kolego, co tam robić, to na pewno. Przeglądniemy, co to jest. Powierzchownie. O! Stara znajoma.
It is you. Are you following me, human? Wherever I flee, you always end up showing up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. At last, the cold, right? Just you and the biting chill. Pierces the body, clears the mind. No damn pecking and no damn yapping. I truly don't know how you managed to endure a lifetime surrounded by other humans. Spare me the courtesy. All right, fine. Don't look at me like that. Have it your way. Yes, great to see you too. What are you doing in a place like this, eh? Right. You and half of the mad bastards in Avalon. Go ahead, dig through the ruins, freeze your ass off, and get yourself killed over a legend. I'm sure that'll end well. Oh, sure, just relax and hop onto the merry-go-round of life. Spin around, catching stars, meeting other chickens, forging and breaking bonds. Round and round until I puke. Ugh, no thank you. I'd rather stick a twig up my ass than take advice from some human. I watched you for centuries, and look where that got me. You know, I'm not doing so great myself. Folks tend to think chickens don't have a shred of intelligence. But trust me, I've spent centuries among chickens. Every single day they tremble for their lives. When will they chop off our heads? When will they throw us into a soup? Or maybe this time they'll roast us over a fire? Damned if you do and damned if you don't. Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. But it's hard, you know. It's really hard. Well, it was supposed to be quick. A small reconnaissance mission, then back home, to Tuathan. But then everything went to shit. It wasn't easy, you know. I haven't seen another foe dweller in over 600 years. I've even forgotten my own language. Watching you humans wasn't simple or pleasant either. Ah, shit. I'm too damn old for any of this. Chickens aren't supposed to live for 6 centuries. It's too much for a small body. I had enough of spying on humans. The mission I was given makes no sense. What occupies you the most is who's screwing whom, how much gold someone has, and whatever nonsense the Red Priest spewed in his last sermon. For quack's sake, what's the point of it all? All of the pettiness makes me sick. A shitty life dressed in shitty feathers. And I say that as a chicken. I swear I've got no idea how you managed to win the war 6 centuries ago. Long ago, giants lived here. I even knew a few. Whenever gambling or wages were involved, they turned dumb as bricks, completely lost their minds. But they were proud folk. Even though we kept them under our heels, they couldn't be prouder than us, of course. And they should have stood by us, instead of siding with that damned Arthur. But that's all ancient history now. I don't feel like talking about it. What's done is done. Ah, the keep. I used to think it was the worst dump ever. But after all this time, I've come to realize it wasn't so bad. The further I went into the world, the more I understood that leaving your little hole doesn't always make sense. People are the same everywhere. Even in the big world, they still believe their lives are so different from the lives of those they look down on as stupid or lesser. You've lost your damn mind. Words of wisdom for you. Your heads are too thick for wise words to sink in. Well, fine, there's maybe one thing I can tell you. Make your choices with people in mind. Despite all the shite you create and leave behind, the best things you do happen when you simply act human towards each other. But when it comes to things you don't have answers for, well, that's when you start to lose your way. And in the end, everything goes to shit. Keep it simple, because you are simple. But simple doesn't have to mean bad or lesser. I'll just probably wait here until I freeze and die. Oh, brilliant idea. Why didn't I think of that 600 years ago? Maybe because I'm a chicken. Tiny wings, no lift, no glory, just flapping like an idiot until I hit the dirt. If I could fly away, do you really think I'd still be here? What? Well, no. I'm a chicken, and chickens don't fly, so why bother? What? You just want me to flap me wings until I magically lift off and fly away? The cold must be getting to you, human. You should find a warm place. But, fine. If you're so eager to humiliate me, then go ahead. Watch. Ha! You were right! I'm flying!
Ale jaja. Odkryj tajemnicę Moria. Góry o starożytnej mądrości. No i zajebiście.
You just encouraged a four-dweller spy to fly straight back to Tuathan after 600 years of gathering intelligence. I see nothing funny about
Ta najwyraźniej potrafi.
that. Quite frankly, I'm appalled by your lack of judgment.
Siema grzechu. Latająca kura. Koniecznie. No i co, wyciągnęli ci ten opiłek wczoraj? O. To zajebiście. No to tak jak mówiłem. Najdłużej to może zajść szczekaniem. Chujowo zrobiłem może. Ale tam niżej jeszcze coś. To zrobić inaczej. Najpierw muszę tu sobie odblokować szybką podróż. Dopiero wtedy to będzie. To będę musiał naokoło znowu zabiegać. I za chwilę tu zeskoczę. Tak, no to bez znieczulenia robię. Po co ci tu znieczulenie do tego? Najwyżej takim sprayem ci psiknie, żeby wiesz, oko ci się nie ruszało, nie? Żebyś gałką. Mhm. A tu byłem? A nie. Nie, na pewno nie byłem po tej stronie. Gdzie ta ścieżka prowadzi? Jestem. Oto pytanie. Aha, bo ja tu wylądowałem niżej. Dobra. Tak. Ostatniego tutaj znalazłem. Tylko jeszcze trochę nie mam odkrytego. Tu jeszcze nie mam odkrytego. Ten ostatni to był gdzieś tutaj w jaskini. To jakaś jest. Kaplicy. To chyba była jaskinia i on tam siedział. Tu jeszcze mam cały kawałek do odkrycia. Tą część do odkrycia. Że tutaj nie dało się choć na razie. Niby było coś, jakiś taki teleport czy coś, ale to póki co nie mogłem go aktywować. Dopiero jak z tym gościem pogadałem, mogłem się tutaj dostać. Tam się pojawił jakiś taki teleporcik. To nic, ale to nie mów mi takich rzeczy. Ja sobie sam wolę to odkrywać, już ci mówiłem o tym. Nie chcę wiedzieć, co, ile, czego jest. Po prostu nie chcę, no i tyle. Znajdę to znajdę, nie znajdę to trudno. Tak, to w tym dodatku, w tym saktuarium Sarasa. Można ją tam zdobyć. Już nie pamiętam, jak chyba za jakiegoś questa czy co. dość mocna broń, prawdę mówiąc, jakby ją ulepszył. Ona nakłada ten status mokry. Że ja wolę tamtych dwóch mieczy użyć. On tu tak sobie dałem do pochodni, żeby czaskać śledziem po pyskach. Ci zagrałbym sobie Volgart. Warto śmiały. Fajnie na postaci. I się już nie chcę wkręcać w kolejne MMO. Za dużo tego. Czy teraz w tego Fallouta 76 zacząłem grać, także to już wystarczy tych MMOs. No to są jakieś... Tam jest jakaś skrzynia. $400 USA. Aha, to jest zamknięte. Tam coś. Ja! Śledziem po pysku! Też jest dobry. Idealne wyczucie. Bardzo dobry stok. Repeat, please. Pan raczy dostać śledziem w pysk. I w oko. Mam wyglądane piki, to... A to co ostatnio mówiłem, że próbować to włączyć, nie? I że to nie działa. O, czekaj, bo kurwa nie to wcisnę. Będzie dobrze. Nie kojarzę. Zresztą mi się nie chce czytać książek. Wolę zagrać w grę albo jakiś film. Jest jeszcze do zabrania. No to na pewno. Powiedziałem, no w końcu kurwa zaczął się edukować. Czekaj, gdzieś tu mi się coś świeciło. O tutaj. Większe maksymalne punkty kondycji o 15%. O. O. Mam 290. Tak. 324. Fajnie. Nie wiem, coś w tym grzechu mu, że jakoś próbowała to odpalić, bo on przez tego epika to odpala, że coś mu nie działa. Nie wiem, bo ja nie grałem. Nie wiem, nic tu więcej chyba nie ma. Dlatego ja nie gram w gry z Epika, tylko te darmówki. Przypisuję w sumie też, nie wiem po co. Ale ogólnie nie gram w gry z Epika, tylko Steam albo GOG. Zawsze jak się windą jedzie, to strasznie FPS-y spadają. No nie to chciałem. Chciałem tę klatkę włączyć, żeby sprawdzić. Bo jak się windą jedzie, tak odnoszę wrażenie, że strasznie FPS-y spadają. Wydaje. Tak jakby, może niekoniecznie jest to wskazane, ale to jakby muliło. Już mam. A, czyli tutaj jest to wyjście z tej strony, do kopalni. Podam. Opuszczamy lokal. Na koniu windą, albo strasznie klatkuje w tym DLC-ku Sanktuarium Sarasa. Tam na takiej mapce, co te jaja się, te kijanki będą się wykluwać. Jezu, tam FPS-y chłopie spadają nawet do 10, kurwa, czasami. Tragedia. Przegięli z tym, powinni coś z tym zrobić i to koniecznie. Bo gra nie wyrabia, kurwa, w tym miejscu. Na szczęście można to w miarę szybko przebiec, no ale to nie zmienia faktu, że powinni coś z tym zrobić. Dobra, i tutaj siłę na razie zamykam. Pójdę w praktyczność, żeby podbijać sobie dodatkowo, bo mam na razie 150% ceny sprzedawanych towarów, bo ja potrzebuję kurde pieniędzy na ulepszanie ekwipunku. Czyli na razie siłę blokuję na 50 i pójdę w praktyczność trochę. A zwraca, muszę do WC to. Dobra, jestem z powrotem. Co, trzeba będzie pomalutku przeglądnę dookoła wiochę. Trzeba poodwiedzać te domostwa, popatrzeć co tam jest ciekawego. Questy pewnie. Skrzynka. Silent Hilla F? Nie, jeszcze nie grałem. Jak się trafi na jakiejś fajnej promocji, to go kupię. Na razie mam kupę innych, wiesz, gier do grania. No mam tyle tych gier do grania, że chuj wie kiedy to ogrywać. Teraz jeszcze tego Gotika remake kupiłem, tego, no, o tych wampirach, co ma wyjść. Ale to we wrześniu dopiero, chyba 3 września z premiera, nie? No i innych gier, no, zajebanie, które pasują. Bez promocji. Jak bez promocji? Kupiłem Goticzka, nie rozumiem. No Gotika, ten remake kupiłem na Kingu i... Tam nie wiem, chyba za 120 zł, czy coś takiego. No o tym nowym mówię, o remake'u. Tego Don Walkera też kupiłem właśnie o tych wampirach. Zresztą na Kingu i kupiłem preordera. Trzeba wspierać polskie studia, niech się rozwijają. Tym bardziej, że dużo wskazuje na to, że będzie fajnie. Dobrze sprzeda, wiesz, pierwsza część to będą robić kolejne, nie? A tam jestem za tym, żeby wspierać polską deweloperkę. Dobra, czekaj, obleciałem tu trochę dookoła. Żeby zobaczyć, co my tutaj mamy. Tu jest... Tu patafianem gadałem, nie? No tutaj. Knajpa, czy co? Prima. Po prostu samo? Nic. Aha, drzwi pozostają zamknięte, można je otworzyć tylko konkretnym kluczem. Do środka nie wyjdziemy. Tak, wiem, widziałem to, ale to jakoś mi się nie widzi, wiesz. Powie koop w Falloutie 2. No bardzo lubię tą grę, żeby w jakieś koopy się tam bawić. Jedyny prawilny mod do Fallouta 2 to jest Restoration Project. Nic więcej. Ewentualnie tam jakieś jeszcze trochę teksturki podbijają tam różnych itemków. Są też takie, tylko ja ich nie używałem nigdy. Ja tylko tego Restoration Project dawałem i tyle. Feniksowi też się zajebiście podoba Fallout 2, bo ostatnio ogrywał. Chłopak zaczął grać w dobre gry. Przeszedł Fallouta 1, Fallouta 2, New Vegas przeszedł, 3 też przeszedł. Ja tam jakimś wielkim fanem 3 nie jestem, a... O, może być tak na raz. I w sumie tylko razem przechodziłem. No to wszystkie Fallouty przeszedłem, jakie były. No 300 kliki. Nie, no tam ostatnio gadaliśmy. Tam z Mortis, że trzeba będzie się zgadać, w którym sobotę jakieś rajdy by porobił. Pośmiałby trochę. Jakieś nowe rozszerzenie się szykuje, ale to prawdopodobnie gdzieś dopiero w przyszłym roku albo za 2 lata. Gdzieś wydarzenia mają być sprzed Fallouta 3. Zobaczymy, co oni tam wymyślą. Ja w grudniu zacząłem grać w tego Fallouta 76, on mi się naprawdę bardzo podoba. Wiesz, ja mam tam godzin przed... No, zaraz ci powiem. Czekaj, biblioteka. Fallout. Fallout. Panie kolego, 760 godzin już. W Falloutie 76. Nawet nie wiem, kiedy to zleciało. No. Tak nie wiem, chłopie, kiedy to zleciało. Przecież w grudniu zacząłem grać w niego, nie? Zeszłego roku. Tylko, że ja tam sobie, wiesz, wbijam, popykam, robię te zadania sezonowe, nie? Te postępy sezonowe sobie wbijam tak na lajcie. No i jakoś to tak, kurwa, leci ten czas. Nic tu nie ma w tych chałupach. Może tu będzie? Zajebałem, co się dało. No dalej. Nie wiem, czy będę jutro streama robił. Zobaczę, jak będzie mi się chciało, bo przecież jutro będzie po 30, kurwa, 5 stopni. Kurwicy będzie szło dostać znowu. Nie dość, że człowiek wyjebany będzie po całym dniu. To jeszcze, kurwa, nagrzany w domu będzie. Na ostatnim piętrze. Czekaj, tak. Tu byłem. Tu jest chałupka jakaś. A tu ten wentylator to chuja daje, tak prawdę mówiąc. Troszkę daje. Szumi tylko, kurwa, nad głową. Mury nagrzane. Czy to by jeszcze fajnie było, jakby tak, wiesz, w nocy temperatura spadała tak do 20, poniżej 20. To by się to jakoś tak, kurwa, równoważyło, bo trochę by ochładzały ten. Ale jak w nocy ci też dopierdoli z 26, 27, to nie szlak.
You are here, walker in the weirdness. Your arrival heralds change. I am Ingvi. May my stature not surprise you. For the Thoid, it is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I bring myself, my skills, and my devotion. I am my tribe's servant.
Dobrze, że przynajmniej z komarami jest spokój. Bo jeżyki je tępią pięknie. Bo przynajmniej ten jeden plus. Bo jeszcze jakby cię kurwa zaczęły komary atakować. Przecież nie będzie siedział przy zamkniętych oknach.
And it is my duty to ensure their safety while they do. We sleep to dream the mother's dream. It is sacred to the Thoid. Until now, only Senya has dreamed, and before her, a long line of devoted and sensitive Thoid warriors. Through the dream, we commune with our guardian giant, the one we call Mother. Now Mother wishes for all of us to join her. She promises to protect us from the weirdness. Mother promises that the strength of the Thoid's united dreaming will repel the weirdness and encompass the entire forlorn swords. By embracing the dream, the Thoids will protect not only themselves, but all of the Delrida
wiesz co, ja nie rozumiem fenomenu
The
Dragon Balla.
Thoids have long believed the world
Tak
is
samo jak
heading
do szkoły
towards
chodziłem, co to leciało na
self-destruction.
Polonii, później chyba na
And
Artel
we are
7,
now on
te
the
bajki
brink of
Dragon
the
Balla.
end times.
Kompletnie mnie to nie interesowało, nigdy
If there is a way
nie
to
zrozumiałem, nie
prevent that,
zrozumiem fenomenu.
We will do everything in our power to make it
W żaden
so.
sposób mnie to nie wciągnęło.
We are not sure.
Już mi się
But we
bardziej
have
podobała
faith.
czarodziejka z Księżyca.
It has to be enough. We became certain the moment you set foot in our lands. Your arrival was foretold by Mother. She said that when the walker in the weirdness arrives, it will be time
To
to
był
fall
kapitan
into the
Tsubasa.
sleep.
A, było zajebiste.
Through our dream, we will save ourselves from the end of days.
Nie, jak ktoś nie lubi tego uniwersum, to tam się też nie spodoba.
You are the walker in the weirdness.
Przecież ja nie jestem
You
jakimś
can do
wielkim
far
fanem
more
uniwersum
than we
Harry'ego
ever
Pottera,
do.
zawsze bardziej wolałem Władcę
We have
Pierścieni.
tried everything.
Mi się ta gra podobała,
Magic,
ta Hogwarts Legacy, fajnie mi się w to grało.
Some of
Wiadomo,
us
nie był
even
to jakiś
joined
wybitny
One
tytuł,
Eye's Rebellion,
ale taka przyjemna gierka.
but it wasn't enough. We needed Mother to show us the way. She said that only by joining her dream in another realm can we truly affect the reality we know. The Gunvalder tribe did the same. They worshipped their giant too. We believe King Arthur entrusted us with his crown for a reason.
Kapitan Tsubasa był zajebisty.
There's always been a special bond between the Delrida and the Giants.
Kapitan Tsubasa, ale to miało jeszcze jakiś inny tytuł. Tylko, kurwa, jaki to jeszcze tytuł? Pod jakim to jeszcze tytułem było? Gdzieś wiedziałem i zapomniałem.
Perhaps. He was the only man who could
Tsubasa
speak to
i
the Giants
jeszcze
as an
jeden tytuł
equal.
to miało.
But how could we find out now?
Bo to leciało pod
The
dwoma
king
tytułami,
is
zależy
dead,
na jakim kanale.
and he's not coming back. This is our last
Kapitan
chance to
Soku,
make
a
a
może?
difference. We need to trust Mother.
Ty, to tak jak Terminator na plakatach, nie? Można było jeszcze gdzieś tam w sieci znaleźć te stare plakaty, co reklamowały Terminatora w Polsce, co mechaniczny zabójca, czy coś takiego. To był przetłumaczony tytuł na polski.
That's
Ktoś
not
tak przetłumaczył i
widely
takie
known,
plakaty porobił promocyjne.
but we have our own theory. We believe Arthur bound his essence with a
Mechaniczny
crown,
zabójca.
which allowed him to communicate with the
Srogi
giants
tytuł, nie?
and gain their allegiance. However, you can't
Jastrząb.
bind your essence to another being
Kapitan
without
Jastrząb,
mastering the
Tsubasa.
weirdness
Nie,
first.
jakoś inaczej jeszcze było.
That's
Było
why
Kapitan
we
Tsubasa
believe
i był jeszcze
Arthur
jeden
must
tytuł.
have uncovered the secrets of the weirdness, unlocking the mysteries of the Four Dwellers long before he forged his allegiance with the giant.
Ale już sobie chyba nie przypomnę.
I will keep watch until everyone enters the land of the dreaming. Once they fall into sleep, I'll decide whether or not to join them. I may simply become a nameless, tribeless Delrida. That is my honest answer. It's the only one I can give. Words shape reality. You shouldn't use them unless you're certain of the reality you want to create. How do you think you can help us? Can you do more than walk the weirdness? Can you walk through dreams too? If that's the case, I won't stop you from entering. Mother will decide
A
if
może i
you're of
faktycznie to
use
był
to her.
Kapitan Jastrząb.
But don't you dare harm her, even if you can. If you do, you'll have the entire Thoid tribe against you. That much I'm sure of. As you wish, Walker in the Weirdness. I won't make any decisions about the dreaming until you return with answers. Or the will of the mother.
Tak, też zrobimy, moja droga. Okej, tak, tam. Tu jest jeszcze ta chatka do zwiedzenia. A tu jeszcze co? Tutaj jeszcze są wiadra na kupę. Lepki. Ale mnie zastanawia ten kruk w tej klatce. I tu uwolnić. Jak cię, przyjacielu, uwolnić? Musi iść w sposób to otworzyć. Może tu spalić tą klatkę. Za chwilę. Próbuję jakieś magii nad morzu. Patrzę, co tutaj jest. To jakaś chata jakiegoś kowala pewnie. Wspólna chata, chata wuja Toma. I tak nie będą na zewnątrz robili kupy do wiadra, bo im zamarznie. Ja zawsze mogę sprzedać. Wbrew pozorom na tych śmieciach jest niezła kasa. Jak się to wszystko zbiera. 2000 idzie wyciągnąć. Leciutko. No to czyli tak, to w sumie w jednej chacie. O, coś... Aha, to jeszcze wody są nasze. Nie pójdziemy. Czyli tam będzie zupełnie inna droga w razie. Dobra, zobaczmy, o co chodzi z tym krukiem. Da się go jakoś wypełnić z tej klatki, czy nie? Pewnie się da. Musi się dać, bo jest nawet napisane, że trzeba jakiś sposób na to znaleźć. Musi istnieć sposób, by go otworzyć. By to otworzyć. Tu masz takie sporo miejsca, możesz wyjść. I tego wyciągnąć z tego. Nie wiem, spróbujemy może to spalić. Rybika. Dobry filmek, no, lubię tę serię. Zemsta Kapitan Ira. No to jak się da spalić, to się... I iskierką pewnie. Gościu stąd wciągnąć. Nie mam pojęcia. Magia nie działa. A na Google ucieczka z Volgart. Nie wiem, co to gra. Dobra, chuj, na razie go zostawię.
It gladdens school to see you here, for it means we draw ever closer to Sonda. Behold the dreaming, our true home. Walker in the weirdness. As I greeted you in the waking world, so do I welcome you once more. The world that withers is no home to us. It is a fleeting mirage where nothing holds, nothing remains. There all crumbles, without meaning, without end. But the dreaming is eternal, and it has a purpose. The deepest of all layers, Sonda. When your arrival ended the vigil, the dreaming began. The final phase of our dreaming is Sonda. Sonda is the moment when we shall become one with Mother's dream, forever entwined. Sonda is also a place deep within the lowest layers of the dreaming. There at last we will be safe, far from the world ensnared by the weirdness. Ingvi believes you may unravel the burdens that weigh upon some of the Thoid. Without freeing them from these burdens, they cannot enter Mother's chamber, where each of us must drift into ever deeper dreaming, until at last we reach Sonda. Ingvi's burden is to guard the village of Thoid, to safeguard Mother, and to ensure that all members of the Thoid tribe journey towards Sonda. She awaits the right sign. When it comes, only then will she choose her fate. Life, unfulfilled duties, feelings that tether the soul, keeping it from sinking into the dreaming's embrace. Each of us carries burdens. Once, we of Thoid would end our vigil and return to wakefulness, striving to cast off these burdens through life itself. But your arrival ended the vigil. It began the dreaming, and Thoid may no longer wake, not unless such is Mother's will. It is you, Walk. Yes, and no. Surely anyone may try. Yet entry into the dreaming is not always gentle, especially for those who are unwelcome. For you, a place has been foreseen among us, though you are not of Thoid. It is a great honor to await the coming of the Walker in the Weirdness, and to welcome them among us. Your arrival has lifted my burden. I have entered the dreaming. Skuld shall be your guide, Walker, should you ever have need of one. Yes, Skuld knows him. Therov was once a valued Thoid, but he chose another path. By his own will, he abandoned the tribe. He is no longer one of us. He shall not see Mother's chamber, nor journey towards Sonda. He entrusted himself to the mission of Gonvaldir's son, the one now called One-Eye. It was his right to choose. The dreaming is not for all. Let the dreams guide your path. This is one of Mother's earthly faces. She watches over us now in the dreaming, as she once did in the waking world. I believe Mather watches your path with great intent, as do I.
Dobra. Rzuciłem okiem. A tego kruka tu nie ma? Gdzieś przy tych schodach. Może w tym śnie można było gonić. Gdzieś tutaj chyba powinien być. Nie, tutaj. Nie. Tu go nie ma.
don't just stand there. Help me find Veilkin. I know that filthy swine is hiding somewhere around here. We
No to już
have to
jednego
find him.
zabiłem.
A filthy beast. A mongrel who tried to put his hands where they didn't belong. Oh, how I wish I had cut them off when I had the chance. But he fled. And now he's entered the vigil, and I will not let him go any further. If he dares try to harm her again, I swear... Senya! I swore to protect her, but I failed. I chased Veilkin from her bedside, then from the tribe. But he still managed to worm his way into the vigil. I need to find him. As long as he's out there, Senya will never be safe. And I will never be able to join her in Sonder. Because I saw him. I tried to give chase, but he's surprisingly good at slipping away in this place. He cannot be allowed into Sonder. There is no place for the likes of him among the dreaming. His very presence would be like poison. Good. I'll wait for you here. Bring me his head so I can finally dream in peace. Have you found him? Oh, thank Mother. Senya is finally safe, and now I can see her again. Thank you. Wait, who are you exactly? You look like an outsider, yet you entered the dreaming. Walker in the weirdness. You? Oh, thank Mother. That means the vigil will soon end, and we will all be together. And I will see Senya again. I do. I swore to watch over her in her sleep, and it has been an honor, but I miss her presence. I miss the sound of her voice. She's so still when she dreams. I wish she would smile again. Have a good sleep, I guess. Thank you, Walker in the weirdness. Now that wretch is finally gone, I surely will. Passing through...
You are the walker in the weirdness. You walk where few dare. I don't feel worthy of asking for your help. I need help. Not for myself, but for those I have failed. My mate Sidara, my friend Bodil, and I went to the Giant's Barrow. We sought knowledge, a sign that we still walked toward Mother's dream. But what we found instead was ruin. Bodil, our companion, did not return. And Sidara, the White's touch took hold of her. She's no longer herself, not truly. Find Bodil. End his suffering. And Sidara, she still sleeps, but her soul cannot rest. They must be freed from this curse. Then, at last, we will have peace. We will join Mother in her sleep. Bodil's earthly vessel might still be in the White's lair. As for Sidara, she sleeps in our hut, beside me. I feel her. So close yet so distant. Please, bring back my loved ones. Free their souls. Then, maybe we can find ourselves again. Join the Mother.
The home of Thrym and Sidara. A love shattered by the waking world. Yet another sign that the waking realm is not meant for the living, but for the dead.
Może najpierw trzeba tam pójść. Albo może do tych chatek nie da się wchodzić właśnie. Dzień dobry.
Ithrum.
Szkoda, bo jeszcze całkiem dobra baba z niej była. To trochę faktem przyjebana, ale za dużo nie gadała. Pokradzione? No będzie pójść do tego, do pasera pójść. Tu goście stąd wyciągnął. Masz gościu rybą po pysku. Większa wszystkie zadawane obrażenia o 3% faktycznie i zadają dodatkowych obrażeń. No jak się ma małą szansę na krytyka, to można tylko używać. Przy szansie na krytyka. Ja mam małą, więc w sumie używać. I dużej szansie na krytyka to nie opłaca. Zaszpadłem przez świat. A właśnie, może bym sobie trochę podbił broń dwuręczną. Mam jakieś takie fajne te młoty. Że jakoś specjalnie nie korzystam, ale... ta dwuręczna. No to dobro, tak pod low HP. Czy to, a chyba, że to przeciwnik ma im mniej, a to wtedy daje większe obrażenia, może to rośnie wiesz. Takie silnie wychładzają przeciwnika. Jakby go połączył z tamtym, co ja używam. Tylko, że to musi być konkretnie, czy nie? Aha, musi być z ostrzem mrozu sporowa. To nie. Ale na przykład, aby go z rybą połączył. Ten by nakładałby chłodzenie, tamten by nakładała status mokry. I do tego jeszcze inne statusy wkładać. I to by był ciekawy damage. Jakieś krwawienie jeszcze. Można by było popróbować w sumie. To znowu jest kasa potrzebna na ulepszanie. Z tą rybką. z tamtym mieczem. To było ciekawe kombo w sumie. Aha, ataki silne wychładzają przeciw. A tak silnych za bardzo nie korzystam. Nie ma co zmieniać. Bardzo dobrze mi się gra, tak jak jest. Nie ma co kombinować. Lepiej kasę wykorzystywać na ulepszanie tego, co już mam założone.
The weight, it is lifted. Their souls are free, and now there is only one more task to be done. You must send me to her. Wherever Sidara may be, I will follow. And I know we will be closer to Mother then. More than I have ever been. But listen, my body still clings to this world. The flesh resists what the soul has already accepted. When the moment comes, I may fight. Not because I wish to, but because I am still bound to this place. Still outside Sonder. Do not hesitate. Strike true. And when I am gone, let the wind carry my name to Mother. And yet, there is no other way. If you will not raise your blade, then I must raise mine. Not out of hate, not out of fear, but so you do not have to make the choice yourself. Forgive me.
Tam nie było zaznaczone, że nie wykradzione. Dziwne trochę.
Ho ho ho, you're here. Munvarth knew you'd come, even before we headed to the Mother's chamber. They call me Jarnsfer, because that's my name, Jarnsfer. So that's why they call me that. Makes sense, doesn't it? To the Mother's chamber, where we'll dream forever. Munvarth says great black ships that devour the sky will take us there. But I don't know if that's true. He makes things up sometimes. Like that time he told me he brought me a giant's tooth. Turned out to just be a regular old walnut shell. He's my friend. My raven
tu będzie
friend.
z krukiem.
I mean, he's a raven. Feathers, wings, a beak, all the raven things. And he's the reason I'm worried. Well, not really him, actually. It's my stupid head. Always forgetting things. Before I entered the mother's dream, I told myself, Jarnsver, remember to let Monvart out. And, of course, I forgot. Damned useless head. I'd rip it off my shoulders and toss it into the abyss if I could. Yeah, he talks to me a lot, and sometimes he says things that make me really wonder how he even knows them. When I asked him, he just said it's a raven secret. But funny thing, he only talks when it's just the two of us. If anyone else is around, he clams up like a corpse. You know, that could actually be it. I mean, I never thought of myself as a mystic. I always figured I was just spouting nonsense, but maybe I'm actually speaking in mysticisms. Oh, that would explain why I forget everything. My head is filled with mystical secrets beyond mortal comprehension, and there's no room left for mundane things. His cage. And the cage is back at my house. But not here, on the other side. You know, in the waking world. Because we're in a dream right now, right? Sometimes I mix it up and forget where I even am. It's this stupid head of mine, I swear. If Munvar stays in that cage, he'll starve to death. I left him food, but not enough to last a lifetime. Well, I mean, it'll last a lifetime. Just a short one. You don't have to rub it in. I already feel bad enough. Not only did I leave him, but as long as I carry this worry, I can't go deeper into the dream. You will. I do it myself, but I can't go back anymore. For Toids, dreams are a one-way journey. Both Munvarth and I would be forever grateful. Here, this is the key to his cage. It works like any key. Just stick it in the lock and turn it. I hope it can travel back to the waking world. And please, make sure to apologize to Munvarth for me. Hello, it is you. Did you manage to free him from the cage? Thank you. I hope he finds a new home, or at least some other ravens to keep him company. And I can already feel my burden lifting. Now I can join Mother and Senya in their chamber.
Walker in the weirdness. You're here. Finally. You have to listen to me. I need to speak with Yngvi. But ever since the dream began, I can't leave this place. She must hear this before it's too late. That's exactly the problem. Sonder is a trap. No one can go there. Especially not Yngvi. Please, I'm begging you. You have to help us. The Giant Mother, the one we believe to be Mather, wants us to become her children, to surrender ourselves to her care. But why did we ever assume she was Mather? Our mother goddess was a warrior. She gave us the strength to stand against adversity, to unite against those who seek to destroy the Dalriada. And what is this dream, if not turning our backs on our kin? On the other tribes who still fight? Are we to crawl under Mother's skirts while the world burns? Sonder is an escape, and now I see it clearer than ever. If we flee into Sonder instead of standing and fighting, we are no longer Dalriada. There is no honor in this. We are on the verge of losing everything. Our identity as Toyd, our very souls. I don't know if it'll be enough, but you have to try. Tell Yngvi that Rune reminds her of the duty of every Dalriada. We stand and fight. We dunny run. The Giant Mother is not Mather. She's nothing but a weak, selfish wretch who would see the Tuig destroyed. I know my plea must sound desperate. If you grant my request, I'll enter Sonder. I'll be thrown into it whether I want it or no. But if that is the only way to save the tribe, then I will do it. I will sacrifice myself for them.
Yes? Let...
Walker in the weirdness, you return. Welcome. I've heard the voice, but I cannot answer its call. The members of the Thoid tribe are preparing to fall into sleep, and it is my duty to ensure their safety while they do. Ah, Runa. I suppose that means you simply must tell me whatever it is, just because it is his wish. He has told you, I hope, how much he longed to become chieftain. He tried everything to be chosen. One of those attempts nearly cost me my life. But among the Thoid, ambition is one of the gravest sins. That is why I was chosen as chieftain. I was the only one who did not seek it. I was chosen, as is the way of the Thoid. I couldn't refuse. It was the will of the tribe. As for Runa, he would have thrived as an Ulfrite. I have no idea how he managed to pass our trials. Whatever he's asked of you, know this. Runa has his own reasons for stirring up trouble. So tell me, what is it this time? Does he now? And he's only just come to this realization. now that he's in there and I'm stuck here? Let me guess. He wants to switch places. To take the chieftain's seat while there's still a tribe left to lead. An escape? That is what I feared. I never would have thought Runa and I could be of the same mind. You're voicing my own concerns. Thoid, the forefather of our tribe, was a warrior. We have never forgotten his teachings. And Mother? Who knows? Maybe we've given too much meaning to something that, in the end, is just another creature. Immortal and mystical she may be, but she still has her own goals and desires. The difference between us is that I face my challenges, while Runa flees from his at all costs. Taking him at his word would be naive, but I cannot ignore what he says. I bear a great responsibility. On the one hand, there is the myth the Thoid have followed for centuries. On the other, my own doubts, and the opinion of a man who's known to work against me. Tell me, Walker in the Weirdness, you do not share our burdens. What would you do in my place? I will. You have my word. You, Walker in the Weirdness, see things in a way the Thoid cannot. We've always placed our trust in intuition. And if mine tells me there may be truth in Runa's words, perhaps I should heed by it. Thank you for your involvement. My duty as chieftain is to hear the voices of my entire tribe, even those who are not respected, like Runa. You may leave me to my thoughts now.
Everything is in Ingvi's hands. I trust she will make the right choice.
On coś jeszcze jest?
Jarnsfor, Rune, Alfild, Thrym. You do not yet grasp the weight you have lifted from their shoulders. No matter how great or small their burden, it still bound them, kept them from journeying towards the deepest layer of the dreaming. But now they may step into Mother's chamber, and you shall be granted this privilege as well. After all, this is why you are here, is it not? You shall see my sister, Senja, and Mother, whose dreams we have shared, and in whose dreams we long to become one. Do not fear. No harm will come to you in the dreaming. I know that you are expected, Walker. Indeed, the time has come.
I have watched your journey, Walker in the Weirdness. I saw how you helped the lost Thoid children face their burdens, the weight that kept them from entering this chamber. For that, you have my gratitude. But I know you have your own purpose. Now tell me what it is. I welcomed you as my guest, so I will grant you this privilege. Ask then, Walker in the Weirdness. In your tongue, you might call me Mornrose. I was known as the Giant of Bloom and Ash. I stood beside my brothers and sisters as they entered this world. And I stood beside them when they faded into eternity, guiding them on their final journey. You humans cling so desperately to the waking world. Your dreams are fleeting. You dream, then wake, and in doing so, you destroy what you have dreamt. The Thoid follow a path to end that destruction. To stop waking. The vigil was the first step. Those brief visits prepared them for a reality beyond the waking world. Because I dreamt of our meeting, Walker in the Weirdness. I could not wait. You bring change. And in the waking world, change is the greatest force of all. The human child, Senya, the keeper of my dreams, delivered the message to the Thoid. With your arrival, the dreaming would begin, and their final burdens would be cast away. Nobody should fall asleep, weighed down by earthly concerns. They only bring fear and nightmares. And there are enough of those in the waking world. They have no place in the dreaming. Don't you already know the answer, Walker in the Weirdness? You see the world beyond my dreaming. It is a layer of reality steeped in suffering. A place where all that lives is doomed to perish. No civilization will endure. It happened to the Four-Dwellers. It happened to us, the Giants. And now, your own end draws near. Avalon is no longer a place that favors you. The Avalon you know is falling apart. Its collapse began the moment you humans set foot on this island. Your presence brought conflict. And that conflict has irreparably weakened the very foundations of this land's reality. For a short while, you delayed the inevitable. You found ways to buy yourselves more time. Even those are failing now. Because we share a unique, carefully cultivated bond. Long ago, the Thoid turned to me, for they saw me as a mother. They sought my guidance, and for generations, devoted themselves to drawing even closer to me. Until at last, Senya appeared, offering herself completely so that the path to Sonder might open for humanity's children. Elder Ingavi, in turn, took upon herself the burden of ensuring Sonder for all her kin. This is the nature of our bond. Both the Thoid and I have given much of ourselves, despite the weight of the burdens placed upon us. If you have asked the Thoid, then you have already heard the truth. I have not deceived them, nor have they deceived you. Sonder is both a place and a state of being. It is the deepest layer of my dreaming. When the Thoid sink deeply enough into my dream, and linger long enough to reach Sonder, they cross a point of no return. They remain there forever. Finally safe, cut off from a world that races toward its own demise. We swore fealty to the human king. Arthur spoke in our language, and his words were resonant, full of wisdom. He promised us an Avalon free of those who could shape reality through the weirdness, twisting it to serve their own whims. We helped him drive the Four-Dwellers back to Tuathan. We helped him because he showed us a vision of the world where all were equal. From the moment we bowed our heads, he ruled over us. After the terrible war, Arthur gave us an order to sleep, and so the dreaming came to be. Then let me ask you one. What brought you before the dreamer? So you have chosen to follow the voice of the tribes and his fading hope. Gerfan, a man who so desperately wished to be a unifier, who carries such a deep thirst for retribution, while I strengthened my bonds with the human children of the Thoid tribe. I learned much of his mission. He believes tradition can be a driving force, that some things must unfold as they always have. That is why he waits for Ingavi. But Ingavi's place is here, among us. And when her kin entered my chamber, the Thoid Elder's burden was lifted. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin, all for the ambitions of one old man. The Thoid are not needed by anyone. Gerfan clings to his dreams of unification and retribution, stubbornly picking at wounds that refuse to heal. Tell me, Walker, do you truly believe uniting the Del Rida will change the fate of this world? That marching for Camelot will break the cycle? The Thoid have suffered enough. Now they have a choice. Leave this crumbling world behind, or stay and drown with it. You ask me to let them fade into nothingness. I cannot allow that. I don't want to.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature. No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. Their nature was unpredictable. They reveled in strange manipulations, willing to wager their own lives in primitive bets and frivolous games. And so, I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it. That is the order of the king to whom you swore fealty.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent, letting the human whose body you stole speak for you. You have lasted surprisingly long. I suppose emptiness and oblivion have taught you some humility. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. I am glad I have finally dreamt of this moment. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. Avalon is falling because you existed. Because you continue to exist. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. And the children of the other giants. Your human king got to know us well. When he ordered the giants to sleep, he knew that our children could not dream. Dreaming is something giants grow into with age. Having no choice but to obey, we left our children behind in the waking world. Alone, defenseless, condemned to the coldness of death. Questra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me. While I built layer upon layer of my dreaming, she was dying. But I had time. Enough time to dream of Sonder. A place and a state where death holds no power. There, I will dream, Questra. I will give shelter to the entire Thoid tribe, including Ingavi. I will not abandon any more children to the waking world.
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign, but I always considered what was best for my people. At least, that was my intention. I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague, free from forces that would seek to oppose us. I thought that my return would restore balance, that I could prevent Avalon's fall.
Your idea of what is good is twisted, human king. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribes to claim the crown. Those were the terms of the sacred pact, but you will have to manage without the Thoid. They will all come with me into Sonder. I will care for them as if they were my own children. And I will save them from this world's corruption. To leave for Sonder, knowing my brothers and sisters have been freed from an order given centuries ago. Tempting. But as for your words, human child, how can I be sure you'll follow through on this decision? We once trusted the oath of a human king, and it led only to the death of our children. No. I will not abandon Ingavi to a world that is falling into ruin. The Elder will join the dreaming and enter Sonder with us. Our meeting ends here, Walker. You will have to dream what lies beneath the King's threat without the blessing of the Thoid tribe. Leave now and let us dream. I have what I support now. I in my head of the people and they it the your for love this it up with from that go up but the type of you
That
are you now. You have that. You have it. To tap it. Yes. In the end, it is because of you that so many of the Thoid will embark on their journey to Sonder. You have sacrificed yourself for our path. So now, I sacrifice something dear to me. Though it may not be a gracious gesture, I will accept this exchange. Your word for Ingavi. Her fate is now yours. I release Ingavi from her journey to Sonder. May she carry the burden of the Thoid who remain in the waking world. But you, leave now and let us dream.
And what do you think would have become of Avalon if the warlike Dalrita, already revering the giants as they are now, had the chance to worship them as living, active beings? The giants were too powerful to remain among us, especially on lands gifted to the tribes of the Dalrita. There were those among us who demanded their complete destruction. That I would not allow. It was already punishment enough that they enslaved their own children and used them as a bargaining tool. I do not blame the Theod mother for her anger. She has every right to it. At the time, I saw no other way. We had no way to control the giants, and we couldn't allow them to form an alliance with the Foredwellers. So we resorted to deception. The giants are cunning creatures. Had we not gained the upper hand, they would have turned on us at the first opportunity. I am not proud of it, but war follows its own cruel laws. I certainly had no time to consider whether it was the right one. Time cannot be turned back, nor can the decisions made. Let that be
Ja,
the
zawsze
end
można
of it.
wczytać.
I have nothing more to add.
I have what I put. I will in of the they the your this is the name. It people from the good one, the type of you
That and
are you this you have that you have. And what kind of worlds were they, Walker? Were they open to all? Or did they demand a terrible price for the mere chance to exist within them? Whether this is reckless bravado, or blind faith in the King's promises, my stance on Ingavi remains our meeting. You leave.
Ciekawe, czy tylko ten argument z uwolnieniem ich do niej przemówi, czy jeszcze jakiś?
I have watched you. I thought now. Of the you and they the your look at this. It I'll keep from that good while but the type of you
that and
you now you have that you have you. How could you? Here you are, at the mercy of the mortal whose body, soul, and mind you have infected. I'm glad to see you trapped so, Arthur. But as for your words, human child, how can I be sure you'll follow through on this decision? Yes, you have sacrificed yourself for our path, though it may not be a gracious gesture. I will accept this exchange. Your word for Ingavi. I release Ingavi from her journey to Sonder. Leave now.
Druga, ta pierwsza opcja też przemówi.
and the
No, to jest to samo.
that we I stopped.
I have watched you. I thought now. I of the and they the your look at it. It are people from that the skirt but the type of you
No matter and
are you now. You have that you have Indeed, you have the right to make such a demand. The role you played in the fate of the Thoid grants you that authority. And Ingvi, she will accept the path laid before her without protest. Perhaps it is only fair that the last of her people remains awake. That some trace of the beautiful children of Thoid may endure until the end of time. Very well. So be it. The way to Sonder is closed to Elder Ingvi. Her duty now is to carry the legacy.
To będzie chyba najlepsze.
Walker, although you carry fragments of the King's soul within you, the choices are yours to make. I entrust you with the blessing of my rune, hoping you will choose wisely. And you, Arthur, do not think you still command everything. You are a prisoner of your own legacy. It is done. Our long-dreamt-of meeting has come to an end, and I am pleased with the outcome. Leave now, and let us dream.
To będzie chyba git. I tak zostawimy. Teraz on se znowu popierdoli coś przy ognisku. Ale to już jest to samo.
I certainly had no time to...
No to dobra. Mamy sprawę załatwioną. Niech oni zostaną uśpieni tak jak byli, nie będę wkładać do przysięgi, żeby ich budzić. No.
Walker in the weirdness, you return. Welcome. I don't know what to say. Has Mother sensed my doubts? My true burden? Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Therov for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. I envied Taranis for his work with the Alchemist's Guild. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the elder of a tribe with no tribe. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. For the first time in my life, I feel free. The Thoid. We have long been divided between those who follow Mother and those who were deaf to her call. Or at least, that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful, ungrateful wretches. But I was never convinced by those words. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path, even at the cost of eternity. Deep down, I admired them. I am still Thoid, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring more Thoid into this world, perhaps even with the help of those who return home one day. I am certain they will be. They will believe what they choose to believe. It will be a new beginning. My role as elder was to guide the Thoid of old to the dreaming. But those who come after them will live in the waking world, and I will guide them too. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. And I'll admit, I cannot wait. It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. They will either accept us, or they won't. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. I've always thought they envied our direct connection to Mother. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally build a true rapport. I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe, but, well, he summoned me, so I will come. There is a reason why the Thoid made me their elder. My power, despised by the other Delrida, is truly unrivaled. And on the battlefield, a skilled Thoid is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mather's fury. I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. And I know my heart will grieve for my kin. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If there truly is a place we go after death, perhaps it is Sonder. That would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap, and that, in truth, everyone dies before entering Sonder. Maybe he was right. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. I will see my tribe again. And finally, I will meet Mother. That is what I have decided to believe. See you at the moot, Walker in the Weirdness. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Spoko.
Walker in the...
Trzeba to podwójne posprzedawać, żeby kupują. Hejka, Eliksir, witam cię. Wiesz, ja go cały czas robię. Znaczy on jest dużo mniejszy, nie? Ale mapa jest mniejsza. Ale ogólnie spokojnie. Zresztą jak cała gra. O, trzymaj się, grzechu. Dzięki, że wpadłeś. Do jutra, panie kolego. A, właśnie, bo tam arkanisty... podwójny. Pierścienie to po 2 takie same można zostawiać, nie ma problemu. Trzeci już na chuj. Kurwa, 16 000.
You again. Told you before. You're not getting in. Seal looks real enough. Fine. Go on in. But don't cause trouble. We don't take kindly to outsiders sticking their noses where they shouldn't. Don't make me regret this.
Hey, you! Gerfon sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the moot. Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider world. Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside the tribes to help him with... something. That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person I came across. His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't miss it. My father's been looking for someone from out... His name is...
I hope my brothers come to their senses and embrace Mather again.
A stranger among the Ulfir. Good. Aye, and hopefully one with some common sense. That's something this tribe has been sorely lacking of late. The Ulfrites were known for keeping their feet on the ground, and that's what I liked about them. But now even they've fallen to the madness of the giants. I come from a tribe that would rather drift through life half asleep, all because some giant woman made them vague promises. They stumble around denying reality while the world rots, thinking themselves saviors of all the Dalriata. I've never believed in empty words or blind devotion. Neither did the Ulfrites. Well, that used to be true. Giants used to live in the Forlorn Swords, just as we do. They were powerful beings, but not gods. If they were, they wouldn't be forced to sleep with a word of one man. And yet so many of us treat them as such. Thrygve became but a shadow of one. But even that was enough. Aye. I see we are of the same mind. A god stops being a god when it becomes something that can be easily comprehended. When I left the Toyd, I wandered the Forlorn Swords searching for knowledge about the giant's power. Then, I got tied up with the Ulfir. And I suppose I'll be staying here, my work unfinished. Perhaps you could. The last secrets I sought lie with the dead. The Gunvalder and the Oirata. Two tribes, long gone. I may not be superstitious, but I wouldn't dare stir their rest. You, on the other hand, if you could bring me the records about their giants, I would be grateful, and I would share what I have learned. Then I suppose fate put me on your path. Thank you, outsider. I will await your return. I am a Stone Warden, of course. Our guild has always been respected, even among my own tribe. The Stone Wardens are keepers of knowledge, though it turned out it wasn't exactly the knowledge I sought. I was meant to move on, continue my search, but life had other plans. It wasn't, no. Though the Stone Warden's halls tend to be more peaceful than the rest of the Forlorn Swords, at least when it comes to tribal strife. Debates on the craft, though, they can get very heated, especially when someone decides to argue it in a lit forge. I found someone to share my heart with, for one, and for a while I let myself enjoy life. For a Stone Warden, the forge comes first. But there's nothing like sharing it with someone of the same mind. Then the Gunvaldir massacre happened, and everything was turned on its head. I couldn't take up wandering again. Couldn't face their ghosts, so I stayed here, with my craft. And my love, keeping me together. I don't. I hated the mother for muddling the thoughts of my kin, for seeping poison into their ears. And I'm not fond of Thrygve. But what he became wasn't the fault of the giant whose power he stole. It was his own. Still, we live in their shadow, and I've always felt powerless beneath it. Maybe it's fear. But I've already lost so much to that weakness, and I have too much to lose still. What about it? Let me see. The last two pieces. I'll admit, I had resigned myself to never laying eyes on them. It's not the same as standing face to face with the giants themselves. But it will have to do. Here, this is for you. It's something I've been working on with the knowledge I already had. It still needs refining based on what you've brought me. But I doubt you'd want to wait another 10 years for your reward. Thank you, outsider. This means a lot to me. Watch your step. The Forlorn Swords don't forgive the foolish. The forge is hot. Ghost.
You've come across the Ulfra at an interesting time, stranger. But be careful. Things are stirring, and you wouldn't want to get caught in the middle. Now, tell me, what are you looking for here? I dinna doubt that. But most people don't have an undead half-giant as their leader. It's all about Tryggve. The chieftain isn't exactly everyone's favorite. Some say that it's a disgrace we ever let someone like him become the leader. That the Ulfra are now in the hands of a madman who barely resembles a man at all. The Stone Wardens are speaking up too, as he forbade one of our oldest traditions. Some folk are bloody furious about it. The truth is, we didn't speak openly about it amongst ourselves. I didn't know if it's shame or helplessness. But ever since Tryggvi became the giant's chosen, the bonds within the tribe have started to crumble. Aye, and I dinna get it either. Strength has always been what mattered most among the Ulfra, and the chieftain has always been the strongest among us. If someone stronger came along, then that one deserved to lead the tribe. That's how we've survived through the ages. Now, Tryggvi is the strongest. I didn't care how he did it. He was clever enough to reach for power no one else had. He found a way. We, the Stone Wardens, can no longer visit our kin bound in the stone sleep. And if you met any Dalriata before, you should already know that honoring our ancestors is damn important. Whether it's the mad folk from Volker or the ones from Tøyd, our ancestors are sacred. Always have been. Tryggvi decreed it so. We're no longer allowed to honor anything or anyone other than him. By drawing close to the giants, he claims to have become one of them, and so he expects the same treatment they received. I didn't know. Of course, I have someone resting in the stone sleep. Brynja, my mother. But the chieftain's word stands above all. After all, he holds the authority to challenge traditions. And if he's chosen to do so, there must be a reason behind it. I was born and bred a stone warden. My ancestors carved tunnels, built great halls, and raised Dalriata monuments for generations. Have you seen the capital yet, stranger? That's where they worked. Stone by stone, cut, smoothed, or shattered to dust. That's how history is made. Shame it's so quiet there these days. I wonder if that old dog Gerf's still sitting around, counting on some grand reconciliation with the other tribes. Stone sleep took her early and fast. Some wait until their bones are brittle. Oh, but she was young, sharp of mind, still stronger than most. I was still a pup when she went away to find her place. I'd give much to visit her again, just to sit near her stone for a while. But I remember her well enough to guess what she'd say. She wouldn't want me to disobey the chieftain. So, I stay here, and I remember in silence. For now, that has to be enough. To slowly slip into the stone sleep is a great honor. Some of the younger Ulfrites question that tradition now. But to me, it only shows how far we've drifted from the values that once made us strong. The young Dalriata pups don't remember the living capital. They don't feel the weight of what was carved. And they've never forged the kinds of friendship that saved lives deep in the tunnels carved into the mountains. They'll never understand what it means to rest beside those you've endured so much with. That's why the stone sleep is so dearly longed for. Because it's not just an end. It's a return to your kin. I hope that if the old ways are broke, someone will always be ready to pick up the pieces. but it is the custom of the Dauriata that a chieftain may be overthrown only through an honorable duel, even if the one you're facing did not gain his strength by rightful means. Truth be told, I doubt anyone could defeat him. What? I think you didn't hear me the first time, stranger. It's forbidden. Thrigve made it law. No offerings and no quiet songs by the stones. I respect my chief, not like those other whiners. You serious? Didn't expect a stranger to offer help. Well, it's a good day, I guess. Here, I've marked on your map where Brynja rests. It's near the capital. And take this. It's a trinket I forged some time ago. Leave it with her. If you see a stone warden in the stone sleep, give them my regards.
Koleś tam siedzi przy bramie. Ciekawe, czy mogłem go wezwać. Puścić mu syrowi w pierdol.
Be gone, unworthy one.
Jeszcze.
Well, sit down if you need to. It's bitter cold out there. You did. By the stone. Thank you. I thought she'd been forgotten up there. I just know that she gave you her blessing. And so do I, stranger. May your gods guide your steps down good paths. Take this. A small token of gratitude for what you've done. If you see a stone warden in the stone sleep,
Dobra, ja kończę na dzisiaj. Czekam dobranoc i do jutra. Trzymajcie się, pa.